I've been thinking about this in the last few weeks about the relationship between self discipline and self love. And yeah, after thinking about this for a while, I've come to think that self discipline is an expression of self love. I think when we think about self love, we think about self care and doing gentle things like reading a book, watching a movie, going on a solo date, or taking a bath. We think about these little things that we do for ourselves that make our current present selves happy and just taken care of. And I'm not saying that this is not self-love, but I think that self-love has two dimensions. The first dimension is everything that is about taking care of your current self, which would be gentle self-love. And then there's the self-love that is about taking care of your future self. That is more a harsher self-love, if I can say that. And I want to talk about these two dimensions of self-love because to me, ultimate self-love is when you take care of your current self and your future self at the same time. When you do gentle things for your current self, but also harsher things that will benefit your future self. If you want your future self to be happy and fulfilled and have peace of mind, you need to do hard things right now. You need to do hard things for your future self, hard things that will benefit your future self that might not directly benefit your current self. But it's okay because you're taking care of your future self. And I also wanted to talk about this. I wouldn't say it's selfish, but if you only practice gentle self-love, aka doing slow, gentle things, taking a bath, watching a movie, reading a book, all these slow, gentle things, those things are good. But for example, things that are more negative, like scrolling on social media or binge eating or just eating non-healthy food on a daily basis or weekly basis, staying up late, waking up late, all these things that you know won't benefit your future self, I think it's a bit selfish to do these things because you're only thinking about your current self and you're not even thinking about your future self. This is a very basic example, but if you go to bed late and you had planned on waking up early, if you go to bed late, you are sabotaging your future self. Your current self is happy because your current self gets more time scrolling social media or watching a TV show or a movie, but this is your future self that you're sabotaging. And this is something that is also linked to that. Your current self is not static. Your current self, your present self is always evolving and changing and always becoming your future self. So basically, your current self is always becoming your future self. Your current self never stays your current self for more than a day. If we're talking about your current self, I'd say taking days as reference is good. Like, my current self is who I am today, but who I'll be tomorrow is my future self. And as the hours progresses, I'm slowly merging into my future self. My current self isn't static. I will not be my current self forever. And that's why I talked about selfishness, because you're thinking about your current self, but your future self is right around the corner. Your future self is literally yourself from tomorrow, a week from now, a month from now. So that's why I wanted to just bring all these notions together, because self-love is about taking care of who you are today, but also taking care of the person you will be tomorrow. Because your current self, your present self will not stay present forever. You're always merging into your future self. So today I have to do things that I know will benefit my future self. For example, if tomorrow I know that I'm gonna have a busy day, it's better to do as much as possible as much as I can today so that my future self is not struggling with all the work that needs to be done because my current self was too selfish to help my future self. So it's about realizing that your present self is not static, it's always evolving, and that who you are today, your current self, and your future self, who you will be a year from now, 2 years from now, you are the same person. So you need to help each other. You need to help yourself in a way. You need to be less selfish and think about yourself from tomorrow, from a week from now. What can you do today so that your future self from tomorrow, from a week from now, from a month from now, won't be struggling as much. And this is the notion of delayed gratification. Instead of only taking care of your current self and what your current self wants and needs also, you need to delay your gratification. If you know that staying up late tonight won't benefit your future self, then don't do it. Just literally don't sabotage your future self, because let's say you're scrolling on social media. You've had hours to scroll on social media and you've been scrolling on social media for hours. So you've literally had your time. You've been thinking about your current self. Your current self is happy, but now it's time to think about your future self. It's time to turn off your phone and go to bed. And it literally goes for everything. It's about visualizing your ideal self. What can you do today to get to that person you want to be? Your future self is your ideal self. How do you want your future self to be? Do you want your future self to be successful, to be happy, to be at peace, to be fulfilled, to not have to worry about anything, to be in good health? You need to have this vision of yourself, and also remember that this person you're visualizing is yourself from the future. It's literally yourself, and we're not gonna kid ourselves. When we have this ideal self, this image of this person we want to be, most of the time, to become that person, we need to do hard things because we need to change. And if change was easy, then literally everybody would change. But change is often hard and often requires to make sacrifices and doing uncomfortable things. So that's why I wanted to link self-love to self-discipline, because this vision, this image of the person you want to be, this ideal version of yourself, this image is what you want best for yourself, right? You want to be healthy, you want to be fulfilled, you want to maybe like have some money or be financially free. You want the best for yourself. So that is self-love. When you imagine your future self, you don't want to be depressed or broke or unhealthy, right? You don't want to be these things. So when you have this vision of yourself, of your future self, of the person you want to be, you want your greater good. And if you want these things, you're going to have to do uncomfortable things now. So you're going to have to sacrifice a bit of your present, a bit of your comfort, a bit of your current self for the greater good of your future self. And to me, there's got to be a balance. There's got to be a balance between taking care of your current self, but also taking care of your future self. And to me, true self-love is when you manage to combine those two things. I've noticed that some people that are into personal development, self-improvement, they're all about future self, but they're completely neglecting their current self. And to me, self-love, self-compassion, and having a great relationship with yourself is about finding a balance between taking care of your current self and taking care of your future self. You can still be gentle with yourself. You can still scroll on social media if you want, or watch movies, watch TV shows, because this is self-love as well. But self-love is also about taking care of your future. And taking care of your future is all about having discipline to do hard and comfortable things. For example, me, a year ago, I used to take cold showers. I would take cold showers multiple times a week, and it did so much good to my mental health. My mental health got so much better after I started taking cold showers. And then I stopped, but I recently started taking cold showers again because I remembered the effects it had on my mental health. So I decided, yeah, we're taking cold showers again, and it's not that cold anymore. So perfect time to start. I'm not enjoying taking cold showers. It is cold and I have trouble breathing because it's so cold, but I know that it will benefit my future self. When I'm taking a cold shower, I don't see the positive effects. All I feel is discomfort, and yeah, I don't want to do it, right? But I know that it will benefit my future self. So when I take a cold shower, and I don't take cold showers every day, I'm sacrificing a bit of my present self, a bit of my comfort for the comfort of my future self. So it's really about finding a balance. For example, I'm taking a cold shower 4 times a week, and the remaining 3 days I'm taking a hot shower, and that way I can find a balance between taking care of my current self and taking care of my future self. I used to be 100% into self-improvement and just do the hard things, the uncomfortable things, but I've realized that I was missing a key because it was not sustainable. For me, at least, I know that some people can push themselves and just do uncomfortable things, but for me, it wasn't working. I couldn't just do uncomfortable things. I needed to find a balance between my current self and my future self. Because if I just focused on my future self, it would not work. And also, when I only focus on my present self, I feel like shit. I feel absolutely miserable because I know that I'm being selfish. I know that right now I'm comfortable and I'm doing everything I want to do, but in the back of my mind, I know that I'm sabotaging my future self, and that's why I feel miserable. Since I found a balance between taking care of my current self and my future self, I feel so much better. And that requires self-compassion and also self-discipline. And I think you need trial and error to find a balance. And I still struggle sometimes to fully find a balance. But I do think that self-discipline is an expression of self-love. It is not self-love entirely, but it is an expression of self-love. And that's why I wanted to make this video, because I think I've been struggling with that recently, and I hope it can help some people here. You can tell me in the comments if some of the things I said resonated with you. I hope you found value in this video, and if you did, you can subscribe for more videos like this. I am rooting for you as always, and I hope to see you in the next video.